So we were doing the performance improvement, and after that, okay, we were here. Equipment improvement. Now you can see in this figure also. So with the help of the knowledge what you gain through this sports biomechanics, you can able to lead a better, we can say better functioning of the equipment. Here it is given that ski shoes you can see, the boots you can see, is a real impact on the sports because it has got during the movement like this, what you can see on the screen, the movement, you can see how the skier is turning because he has to give the best timing. So that turning and moving away from the hurdles. You've seen the skiing, you must have seen the skiing sometimes. They have to go on a path. So when they go, they have to move in such a way that their timing should be the best. So they need a special type of shoes even when they are putting their legs in that ski boot. So that movement, that leg should be allowed to do that movement. You can see the second figure, that is a gymnastic one. You have seen this vaulting table, vaulting horse.
Yes, sir.
The event name was somewhere in the last decade or so on. It was vaulting horse. The event name was vaulting horse. Like you are going over the horse. So this figure you can see over here. This figure is the vaulting horse. So uh, the gymnast come running and he has to cross this. Nowadays they have put this is the spring board. It is still there. Before also it was there. Now the shape has given bit flat and long it is. You can see this area. So the gymnast can put the hand over here on the table. Okay. So what is the advantage of this? Now the gymnast, when you are seeing, they are before coming to this table. On the springboard, they are taking that jump, and they can here the surface contact area was very less. This area was very less, where they can plant their hand. Now this area has gone a quite big one now. You can see this so big. They can plant their hand somewhere between here and this place. So this area has increased now. So why they have done this? Now since they are performing various type of movement, and that movement is only allowed if you are able to plant your hand and you are sure that you will not fall off. So for that execution of that different skill, the complex one, and the rotation they have to perform. So the equipment shape has changed now. Okay, Sharayu, your turn to tell about this man.
Yes, sure. Michael Phelps is an American former competitive swimmer. He is the most successful and most decorated Olympian of all time, with a total of 28 Olympics medals. His height is 6 feet 3.984 inches. His
शरायु गो
arms
स्लो. कितने मेडल है शरायु
28 medals, sir.
ओलंपिक्स में?
Yes, sir.
ओके. देन हाइट.
His height is 6 feet 3.984 inches, which is 1.93 meters.
ओके.
His arm span is 6-7 feet 3 inches more than his height.
ओके. इफ आर्म स्पैन क्या होता है पता है?
हाँ सर, वो दोनों विंग्स मतलब दोनों हाथ फैलाते तो वो पूरा जो उसका लेंथ होता है वो.
When he is going to spread his hand, it is more than his height. Okay, go further.
Generally, a person's arm span is equal to his or her height. These characteristics provide him with an absurd amount of pulling power in the water. Torso. His upper body is that of 6'8" man, which is very long. His lower body is only 5'10" long, which is beneficial as it reduces resistance against water. Palms and feet. Phelps has huge palms that support his paddling ability, and size is 14 feet, which essentially act as flippers. That's it, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Saurabh, for you, flipper का मतलब समझे हो क्या है? Saurabh, flipper?
नो सर, सर नहीं पता सर.
हाँ, तुमने देखा होगा ना स्विमिंग में वो जब अंडर वाटर जाते तो पैर में एक चीज पहने रहते हैं.
यस सर, यस सर.
तो बेसिकली वो हम इसलिए पहनते हैं कि जब हम अपना पैर से पुश करें तो हमको ज्यादा पुश मिले
ओके सर,
आगे बढ़ने के लिए.
ओके सर.
तो उसका पैर का शेप ही ऐसा है कि वो फ्लिपर जैसा काम करता है.
यस सर, यस
Okay,
सर. ओके सर.
so now this is where the draft force and the buoyancy of water it is acting against the swimmer. So when you are swimming, you are having a different type of forces that is acting. Now that was a different, and here the topic is different about that, because here we are dealing with the equipment, or the we can say, let's see this swimming suit what he is wearing. Sharayu, this is in the rule now, or they have changed the rule?
So women can wear this suit, but men have to wear only jammer. Full swimsuit is not allowed for the men.
So that means before
In Olympic swimming, in sea swimming, they can wear this.
but in this normal swimming, full swimming, they cannot wear.
No, in sea swimming they can wear full body suit, but in Olympic swimming they cannot wear this kind of suit.
Okay, so initially they have allowed for some competition, and then because this suit, what is the advantage of this suit? Sarai, you know about this?
Sir, it is completely stick to the body, so resistance,
Okay,
the buoyancy of water is acting.
no, it is what? Let's go this way. When you are in the water, your skin is giving friction. Okay, you know what is friction, everyone?
यस सर.
Yes. Okay, when you're moving, the resistance is coming due to the friction. That means when the water is contacting your body, you must have seen the hair is shaved most of the time, most of the swimmer, or they wear that cap, swimming cap. So now what is the advantage of this suit is it is giving you less resistance than the body. So initially it was allowed, and as Shreya was telling, nowadays it has been again not allowed. Or they must have done some experiment to see whether we can put this suit. Because what is happening, every game, it is not swimming, football, or every game, it is going nowadays faster and more faster. So after a time, the record won't improve. Like you must have heard, The high jump is record is broken after so long jump, and you can see most of the records they are staying for more than a decade and so. So what is the charm, or we can say what is the motivation to play that game or that event to perform? So they need more records to come. Like in cricket, we are Indians, we can easily understand this. Let's say the cricket game was how it was a 5 day game, test match, and even after 5 days, the match is what? Drawn. Okay? So they thought of a shorter game. So 1 day came. The Australian people they started this 50 and 60 overs matches and it was played. Nowadays 2020 has come. So you can see the changes in the game rule, the playing pattern. You have to adopt this. Like this table, I've given you the example. You have to go and change that. Otherwise, the things won't improve. Okay, moving further, training improvement. We have seen the equipment and improvement. Now the training improvement. When you do training, okay, what all thing you are doing basically to improve the training. So by analyzing the mechanical value, coach can basically see the condition and that to lead to a threshold stimulus we can say. We can use example the research project by Jenka and Utatil in 2011 who carry out the mechanical analysis of bench press with various load in elite footballer. This was an example. Mechanical analysis of bench press with various load in elite footballers. They discovered that the use of the load equalizing to 30 to 50% of load which can footballer were able to lift once lead to maximal produce mechanical power output. And the other example is of the soccer, the maximum strength training during preparatory period for competitive season along with training, speed and endurance, where athletes maximally develop muscular power towards the end of the season when most important competition are scheduled. Dynamic effort strength training with load from 30 to 50% of one repetition, that is maximum, should be used during competition season. Load of 50% of 1 RM bench press should be used to maintain muscular power over a wide load range. So they thought, what is the training improvement? Now let's say in swimming, what all equipment you are using for training? Hari?
Sir, sir, in the water or land you are asking, sir?
Nah?
So inside the water or in dry land, sir?
You can say anything, inside also and outside also.
So, okay, so we use paddle, fins, full boy, stretch bands.
Okay, what is full boy?
So full boy will be in the middle. If you we should keep the it will be like an 8 leg shape, sir. We should keep in between our legs, which makes our leg to float, sir. Keep upon the water
Okay.
when we don't use
Now,
the.
because whatever you are telling, Charayu can understand, but Saurabh is not getting it, I think. Okay, Saurabh, in your athletics, what all equipment are used for training purposes?
So for training purpose, we can also use hurdles for our stretching, and for better starting we use starter and theraband, and many others are there, sir. But these are the most important equipment.
Okay, now let's go this way. Uh, by analysis of mechanical value. Basically, what is the value of that? Because in training, if you are going to use, you must understand that it is giving you the advantage. Otherwise, every day you are playing, every day you are swimming, but the performance is not improving. So here is one example that is given on your screen. You can see how to keep them, basically how to maintain their muscular power. It is given that only in footballers, it is about footballers only. It is not about any other, because a footballer needs more, the game is more of a leg. But here the example is given of the bench press. So for keeping the upper body, basically during the uh, training phase, 30 to 50% of load. It is not 100% of load. What is 100% load? Let me give you an example. Let's say in weight, if you are picking the maximum bench press 60 kg, so that is your 100% load. And now 30% of 60 kg is how much? Anyone? 30% of 60 kg. Hari?
I don't know, maybe 20 or 15.
Sir, 18, sir.
Okay. It is coming some, it is coming somewhere around
18, 18.
18 kg, and 50% is about 30 kg. So it has given that only to keep the muscular power, that is for the footballer, you need only one bench press, that is one max repetition, and that is about this. So this is about the training improvement. Now you can see by the analysis of technical imperfection of a given athlete, the coach teacher identify the type of training needed for their athlete to improve. Let's say you are weaker in your leg or weaker in your hand. So by that analysis, you can understand and you can see what type of training is needed. In this figure, you can see the athlete is limited by the strength or endurance of certain muscular group. By speed of motion or by specific aspect of motion techniques, sometimes the limits are quite obvious. For example, a gymnast executing, this is known as crucifix on gymnastic ring. This is Roman ring event. Must have very strong shoulder adductors. Adductors are means the muscle that are basically bringing the arms towards the body. The arms is wider open. Adductor muscles basically are the muscles, if they contract, these are the adductor muscle. It will bring that hand towards inside. Adductor means towards inside. Adductor. ADD. There's one more terminology, that is taking your hand outside. So that is known as abduction. Adapter. Abduction, you know? Abduction, you have heard? Abduction. You know the meaning of abduction?
Yes, sir. From far away from body, sir.
Okay, taking away from the body, or we can say in English, if you're going to find this abduction, that means someone has been kidnapped, taking away. So, taking away from this. So, that inside muscle has to be strong. So, in the case of certain sports skills, the required ability of executing a motor task are not easily to detect, and quantity biomechanical analysis must be used. So to know this, you have to go through the analysis. you will not able to understand what is the problem. Okay, so by technically analysis, basically the imperfection or what is required, when you are training them, you are not able to understand what is the problem with this. You know he is not running fast, he is not running well, but how? What is the problem? You got that? Okay. Now the next one is the injury prevention. By injury prevention, it is meant an attempt to prevent or we can limit the seriousness of injury before they are actually incurred. So you have to prevent the injuries. So that's why nowadays you can see the mats are used, the shoes are used. These are very important in prevention of the injury. Because why we play sports? Only to improve the basically the quality of life. You must be knowing that you are stronger, you are faster than your cousins, your brothers and sisters you are playing. So basically, it is to improve the general health. So biomechanics is a tool that can be used in sports medicine. This is also one field in physical education and all, or we can say in sports, the sports medicine to identify forces and mechanical energy that cause injury. When you are lifting a weight training, it has been said to you that where to keep the weight when you're lifting a weight. You have done weight training, Hari?
Sir, yes, sir.
You have done any time weight training in the gym?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what is important? Where to keep the weight when you're lifting it?
Sir, shoulders.
You have to
You,
keep the weight close to your body. Why you have to keep close to your body? Because if you're taking it away, you might get injury. It helps understand how injury originate and how to avoid them and how to identify exercise suitable for energy prevention and rehabilitation. When we do warm up, why we do warm up?
sir, to prevent injuries.
Why? What is happening? What is the effect of warm up? Saurabh, what is the effect of warm up?
सर मसल स्ट्रेच खिंच जाएंगी सर अगर अच्छे से वार्म अप नहीं होगा सर बॉडी.
What is happening in the muscle then? Are you warm up effect? Sir, are you? You're
Yes, sir.
there? Now,
Yes.
क्या इफेक्ट होगा वार्म अप
Yes.
का? Why we do warm up? Okay, by doing warm up, basically we are increasing the movement efficiency. By doing warm up, we are increasing the body temperature, and with the temperature, the movement in the joint can be taken place easily. If you are not doing warm up, what will happen? Your body is in a cool stage or it is in a normal state. And by doing certain exercise, certain movement, you are making your body warm. Your blood is circulating, and with that heat, when we move our body, hand movement, the blood is going to that part, and it is creating an thermal type of effect. So it give you a good amount of heat. So when you do warm up, you start sweating and all. That means you are warmed up enough and you have to perform. It is not like this. You come and play. You have to do a little warm up. If you're not doing that warm up, you might get injury. So like this, you have to prevent the injury because when you're doing anything, any movement, any specific movement, and if you're doing it for the first time, that muscle is not having that much strength or power to do that. So you have to By biomechanical, it offers possibility to create an alternative technique of executing this specific movement, using new equipment and carrying out more effective training methods, which also contribute to injury prevention. Okay, that's enough for today. Any questions? Any type of question till now, what I've taught you? Because I'm not asking you this question. Anything?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
You are getting the things. I'm going slowly, faster. You just tell me that. Okay, so that we can adjust accordingly.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay, sir. Are you? Hari?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, tomorrow, when you are taking the class, you note down this. You have to show. You have to show me the training equipment of your game. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
This is the homework. Training equipment first. And if there are anything you do to prevent injuries, you have to go and show me that. Okay? Two things: prevention of injury. If you do anything, it may be warm up or any other thing, and the training equipment. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. You just download it and you have to show so that we can gain the knowledge and insight for the new knowledge. What I should I using now. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Sir, uh,
Hari? Hari?
we are not having the anatomy classes, sir.
It will start. We have because we have finding. We have to find the teachers, and most probably by first November we'll start every class.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
when will
Okay.
we have our first semester exam, sir?
It will be somewhere in April.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.